Kelsey Timm and Briana Rodgers. You guys are fresh off of a trip to Florida. How many times have each of you been there? Three. So tell me what was different about this trip versus the last two that you've been on.
I think it was just a different team dynamic, especially because we have a lot of younger girls. We don't have any seniors, so definitely a lot of people on the field where it was their first time, so it was definitely a lot more getting used to each other playing.
Yep, I would agree with that. Definitely a lot of young players, and it's really fun to see them have their first try at hitting or fielding or whatever. Just a lot of great first accomplishments. A few mistakes, but a lot of great stuff happened too.
How important is what you guys do off the field before the softball season even begins as far as your community service projects and your activities as a team? I know you went on a scavenger hunt to the Mall of America, things like that. But how important are those things to you guys in building camaraderie with your teammates before going into the season?
I think it's really important. It helps us get to know the girls better and just kind of get to know how each girl is encouraged and what we can do to help them play to the best of their ability when they do get down to Florida and get in a game situation.
Briana, tell me what the best takeaway was from Florida this year. Well, let's start with off the field, and then I'll have Kelsey answer on the field.
Best takeaway.
Most memorable moment, things like that.
Well, I don't know. We all just grew a lot together, which was really fun. It was fun taking our freshmen out and initiating them at Chili's. We dressed them all up in crazy outfits, which was pretty fun, and they embraced it, which was great. And we had one girl that we dressed up as a pregnant lady, and she got asked how far along she was. So, and they all embraced it and had a good time, and just growing off the field, joking around, staying up way past the time we were supposed to go to bed. So, I don't know, it was fun just to be with the girls for a longer period of time, I guess.
How about on the field, Kelsey? What was the greatest takeaway or the best thing that you'll remember?
We did a lot of great things on the field. I think probably what I'll remember the most is just how much each girl was willing to encourage other girls, even if they played her position. I was just really encouraged by how selfless I feel like a lot of the girls on our team were, especially for it being their first time out. It was fun to see that.
How did you two feel that, like you played on the field for those 11 games?
I thought that we played good.
How about you as a person?
Me as a person. I felt that defensively I played very well. I think batting, there's always room for improvement, but I did well. I did about as good as I have in the past seasons of Florida. So it's always just getting back into the swing of things, especially after being in the gym for 6 weeks. But I thought we had a good outing, and I thought I had a good outing, so that was fun.
How about for you, Kelsey?
I didn't hit great, but I thought I pitched pretty well. I ended better than I started to, which was always a good thing to do.
You've got some freshmen, like you said, you don't have any seniors, but you've got some freshmen that have really done a pretty good job just in that Florida trip. Kelsey, one of them, and then Molly in the pitcher's circle. How does it feel to have a nice bat, a nice pitcher's arm, and things like that for young teammates?
That's awesome. Kelsey's actually a sophomore. She transferred in from Augsburg, but she has played a year. So it was good to see her come in and play as well as she did. That was awesome. And Molly's just great. She's a fun girl, and she challenges me to get better, and she's great when I can't pitch too.
What's the one thing that you're taking away from the Florida trip and working on and trying to refine for your next games?
I think the biggest thing we kind of learned is that we need to keep our intensity up kind of the whole time and our joy up the whole time. And that doesn't always have to come from softball, but it can come from the Lord. And I think that's really what we're going to try and focus on, as well as just getting rid of a few errors, but that just comes with practice. So.
After being back for a week, Kelsey, how much do you want to get outside and play an actual game again?
Oh, so bad. It's just the gym's killing me, and Sarah's not letting me practice right now. I've got a bum ankle, so I can't wait to get outside and play again.
And your first game back here is against Augsburg. Kelsey's teammate, old team, has anybody talked to her about that yet? How she feels going into that?
Not really. I mean, she's given us some good insight of how they play, so that's been nice. just giving us some of like their strategy for base running, which has been insightful and makes you be more aware of what they're doing, because I think they're pretty aggressive on the bases. So it's helpful definitely to have her on the team for another perspective. But